This is Tracey Marshall from Travels with Tracey, and we are traveling through the Middle Ages. We are leaving Paris in March, which Paris in March is iffy. It can be nice. It can be damp and rainy and cold, which it kind of turned out for us at the latter portion of the trip. So we were ever so happy to arrive in Seville in Spain. And immediately you saw the difference. It was nice and warm, and we didn't need our coats, and it was sunny. And it just had a lighter, like, oh, we're here kind of effect. And Seville is not a real large city. It's not small. I believe it's the fourth largest city in Spain. But it's very doable. It's very navigationally wise. It's easy to figure out. We did take a taxi from the airport, which I would recommend, and it dropped us right off to the old historical section of Seville, which basically consists of white houses with red geraniums and black wrought iron fences and cobblestone streets, cats, just a charming old portion of Spain. Just really delightful. One thing that is really positive is that most everything is in walking distance. So if you're in the historical center and you want to see the Alcazar and the famous cathedral, you can easily walk to it, as well as the flamenco shows. It's very easy to get to. Also, the Spanish are very helpful. They're very proud of their city, as they should be. There are a lot of churches there. It's very unique. One thing that I would caution you on about Spain, at least in Seville, is that you will not be served for quite some time. So let's say that you mosey up for lunch, you're hungry, you sit down. It's going to be about 2 hours before you leave that cafe. It's standard. That's just the lay of the land. So I would recommend getting there for lunch before you get hungry, and that way you can really enjoy it. But it's just a big exhale wherever. When you eat dinner is not, the restaurants don't even open until about 7:30 at night. So if you're an early eater, you've been hiking or sightseeing all day, it's around 4 o'clock, you want a toddy, and at 5 you want dinner, well, good luck, because you're really not going to have it. Although they do have a lot of tapas bars, so you may be able to pop in and get a tapas, which is really a small meal. Very delightful, just enough, kind of like a larger snack. So if you want to have 2 or 3 tapas in lieu of dinner, you can easily do that. Because like I mentioned, dinner's not going to be served till 7:30, and you probably won't walk out of there till about 9:30 or 10 o'clock. The hotel I stayed in, I really want to give a big shout out to. Miguel is wonderful, as well as the rest of the staff at this hotel. And it is called Las Casas de Rey Baeza, which is Baeza. It is astounding. You walk into a small lobby and then you go into a courtyard. So imagine a very small hotel with it open. You walk, it's open right to the sky. You see the sunshine. They have orange trees in this courtyard. The birds are chirping. It's all open. It's just delightful. The smells of the orange blossoms were really something. And then they also have a restaurant there in case you're hungry, and they have a pool which is upstairs at the very top. So if you have children and they're like, Mom, Dad, I want to go to the pool, you can do that. Go upstairs, go to the pool. You can have a refreshment while the kids swim. It's all very well thought of, and the staff is just phenomenal. So that is a hotel, probably one of my favorite hotels in Europe. Once again, it's Las Casas del Rey Baeza. Thanks for listening to my podcast, Traveling Through the Middle Ages. Be sure to check out the podcast notes for more information about this episode, along with my contact information. Find out more about me, the podcast, and how I can help you with your next dream destination on my website at travelswithtracey.com. That's travelswithtracey, TRACEY.com. Thank you.
This is Michelle Wilson, host of the Business Inspires podcast from the Tri-Village Chamber Partnership. To run a successful business, you need resources, valuable connections, and community recognition. In each episode of the Business Inspires podcast, we talk with small business community leaders who will inspire you to create the business you are envisioning. Find out more about the Business Inspires podcast at chamberpartnership.org/podcast.
Circle270media.com